All right, Brother Dave, we got.
So you know what? It's been a real weird year so far. We're early into it, but lots of highs and lots of lows and just small stressors that build up. And work's been weird lately. Like a lot of low level stress things, but all at once to make
Do
it
you
feel
see a
more.
light at the end of the tunnel for what you got going on at work? Like, do you have like a year, 18 months, or is it like
It,
6
it
months?
really needs to be 4 months, and that tunnel's a little bit longer than that. That's what's bringing the stress.
Yeah.
But we're doing good. Like all the teams are doing great. But yesterday was actually a very good day at work. Like it wasn't bad. Everybody was pretty well, good moods, and things are going well. And Brother Love and a couple of his buddies, they had put together this table for us, this frame. They brought it over. I'd been notified by Brother Mace here. He says, "Hey, I think I just seen our table base en route to Holland."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm coming home. There's a bunch of trucks in the driveway. I got to kind of sneagle wiggle dick around them, and I pull up into the driveway, and I'm like, "This is sweet, like we got lots of day left." And I hop out of the truck, and when I hop out of the truck, I'm looking west, and there's a bunch of metal sticking out of my pool.
Oh no.
And I went, "What the f?" And I get looking closer, and there was a winter cover on the pool when I went to work yesterday morning. It's on the ground. And I thought, those are the top rails sticking out of the water. And Brother Lovey's like, "Hey, what are you worried about a pool for? It's cold out there, you ain't going to swim, but we got a table now." I said, "Yeah."
It's good triage of the situation.
Yeah. But I went out to piss later, and I was like, I better go check this out. Well, those weren't the top rails sticking out of the water. Those three of the legs that got snapped off and sucked into the water. The top rail is ripped off. The liner's down in the water. There's metal sticking through that. The bottom rail of the pool is like attached to the feet that got ripped in half when the legs got ripped out. The legs adjacent to the ones that got ripped out are buckled, and there's a crease in the pool wall. And I've been so damn excited for the last month to get to like good pool floating weather, just fat guy floating weather. Like it's been clear skies lately. I'm like, this is going to be a good summer for the pool. And I just don't know if there's any coming back from this pool. And when I help
What's the over and under that? Whatever the address to this place is the seasonal breeding ground of the Zika virus right out here.
it ain't going to be there long enough to
West
happen.
Nile.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Hey,
it's still standing there.
Malaria. What do you think?
There's 15 to
Hey,
16.
Ebola.
Well, not
1,000
that
gallons.
far.
15 to 16,000 gallons of water in there. And all that's keeping that pool all together is just double row of bolts. Like all the structural is supposed to come from these rings that have been ripped out of it. And so, I mean, it's really just a guessing game.
So how you?
Can we get in kayaks when you decide to cut that and ride that baby down the hill?
Buddy, I don't know.
Or
Here's
let
what I worry
neighbor
about with
Doug
guys
surf it?
Now, that would be okay. What I worry about guys of our stature is at the bottom of the hill, it's not quite a creek. It's more of a overflow path.
Ditch.
But there is a culvert under the road.
Oh, you think it's going to suck us in like a cork?
And I don't know that we'll make it through the other side.
I
I don't want anybody to drown. Neighbor Doug, he'd fit right through there. Us, I don't know.
Not a chance. So what's going to be the fix here?
Well, so I ended up, I was looking at it, and I called actually insurance just to see if that
was going to be my next question.
An option. They're like, yeah, it's personal property. It's wind damage. Because I've got it on the Ring camera. Like what happened. It's on there. Like the.
What's that look like?
Well, so the Ring camera in the backyard is a solar powered deal. So I've got it set to where it just does like a 3-second burst of video, 5-second pause, 3-second burst of video, 5-second pause. So it cuts down on battery usage. But so it kind of comes in pieces. You see the winter cover like blow up like
hot air balloon.
Well, Mr. Wampler was here and he said he pulled in the driveway and he said it looked like the parachute from when you were a kid where you do this and this.
Oh, yeah.
Gym class. Miss Amy.
Yeah.
So you see it doing that, and then the next frame it's on the ground, and then the next frame the legs are falling into the pool. The next frame the liner's off the pool, and then the next frame.
It's tough living on a hill.
It's a bad spot. Like, and I don't know if I want to rebuild because it's going to happen again. So I did some searching today. And
You're going to go in ground.
I'm going to have to call in a lot of favors for that to work out. But I found an 18 by 36 in-ground kit, everything to put it in. Going to have to do some dirt work and concrete work. And I know a dirt guy, and I know a concrete guy.
Yeah, big
Who's
fella.
your concrete guy?
Big fella.
Are you talking about me?
I was talking about Ritter.
Obviously.
Does he do concrete?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but I'm like, God dang, so I can get this whole 18 by 36 with an 8-foot deep end, the whole shooting match to install it and get it in, like $14,900. Jenna's like, you're stupid. And I'm like, I don't know. This has been a shit show. You can't knock over an in-ground pool.
So what would be your deductible?
Yeah. Where would we put it?
It's $1,000.
So you come out ahead.
No, they ain't going to get that kind of money out of that.
Oh, I guess that's right.
There'll be a difference, but it'll be about what I put in the pool in the first place.
Where are you going to put the in-ground?
Right there where the above ground is.
Would you run it north-south versus
North-south.
You're in the round now, but
Yeah,
north-south
north-south.
would probably be. I like it. I support it 100%.
Jenna does not. She thinks it's going to be $100,000.
50 minimum.
No, the kit
Yeah.
for what he's got. And if you get some friends that don't,
Junk.
concrete is expensive right now, though.
Well, I figure we can Johnny Cash that is what I told her. Just one piece at a time. Like an 80-pound bag of concrete. Dixie's over there getting fired up about something, I think. But
you can't put an in-ground pool in for under 50 grand
why?
because it's 2025 and everything costs.
Yeah, but your biggest cost on a lot of those is probably the
Now, when
labor
you go getting
part,
all crazy with concrete, and this one doesn't set in concrete, you dig the hole, you put sand in. I mean, sand's relatively cheap compared to everything else.
We'll go to the lake and like that guy that was taking water out of it. We'll just go to the
suck
beach.
sand out.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the little Kubota, I could do a lot of damage from the hill just a little pass at a time. Little pass at a time.
Well, see, then he could bring his John Deere, and then I could bring the New Holland out because we all got buckets,
Yeah,
and we could just bucket brigade it.
just a little bit at a time.
I don't know why you're such a negative Nancy to this idea.
Tell me you do meth without telling me you do meth.
Look at me. Do I look like I ever did?
He's got all.
Depending
his
on the
teeth.
quality of dope, we could all be the biggest meth heads right now. We're paying that high dollar shit. We'd all have teeth and still be fat.
I've not done that much research into meth, I guess.
I've done a lot of meth in my day. That's totally not true. That's not a fact.
Hey guys,
Mom, I'm joking.
I got popped at the city to do a drug test.
Yeah.
For the 5th week in a row.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to happen, but it's on
not
the table.
no.
I support it, Dave.
In-ground pools are a big deal.
Well, so are above ground pools built on the side of a hill, and it lasted 3 years. I'm not going to say it'd be like to code.
How much did you pay for that pool?
Be careful,
5,500?
insurance.
No. Just the pool.
55?
Yeah. You could buy 3 more of those for the same money as one in-ground pool.
Yeah, but that's a 27-foot round. This is an 18 by 36 with an 8-foot deep end.
Dave, I like it.
You do you, bro.
I support it. Pools get expensive when you start putting. all the
Hey,
fancy
nothing
shit around.
screams white trash like above ground pools. And either you're in or you're out.
I just worry if I rebuild the above ground pool, it's going to blow over again.
Not if you don't do the cover effectively.
I've done the cover every way.
No, you haven't.
Oh, for sakes.
Did you have a cable around this one?
Yeah.
And that's why it ripped off.
Everybody has a cable around it.
Was it tethered to the ground or was it attached
It was
by?
tethered to the ground on the west side, the wind side.
Did you have those stupid magnets on there?
Yep. I was tethered, magneted, and steel cable.
Now, were you magneted all the way around it like you're supposed to?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I was.
You were not tethered to the ground all the way around.
You didn't ask that. You asked if I was magneted all the way around.
Okay, I rephrased my question. Were you tethered to the ground like mine?
No. Okay. Only on the wind side.
Okay. Only on the wind side. Because in the United States of America, the prevailing winds only come out of one direction.
When there's a house 20 feet from the pool.
True. I mean,
Which side peeled off first?
The wind side,
Which is what?
west, southwest, because it comes
When
through
did
the valley
it go
over
up?
here.
When did it go? When did it? tear up?
9:17 a.m.
What day?
yesterday, Wednesday.
Which way was the wind coming out of?
Well, I would assume from the southwest.
No, it's coming from the north. It's cold front coming in. All that wind came out of the north.
Then it wouldn't have done what it did because the goddamn house is there.
That's what you think.
I don't know why he's on trial right now.
I'm debunking your theory because you're wrong.
Well, all right, Kreskin, explain to me how it ripped
Who's
off from
Kreskin?
the west
I
side.
got no
Tell me
clue
who's
who Kreskin
Kreskin.
is.
In the 80s, Kreskin was like a, you know how, Johnny Carson did this, hey, Swami thing? Same thing.
Hey, Swami.
All
Hey.
I'm saying is
If you had an adequate pool cover,
this is
stupid. And if it was installed correctly, you would have not had to deal with the issues that you've dealt with.
I call bullshit.
Okay. My pool's not up.
Your pool's covered by ground on all three sides pretty well. It's down below, and there's trees.
There's a whole ass lake and bottom through there.
With trees on the other side.
You got trees right down below your pool.
I got like 4 trees since we ripped them all out.
Yeah.
The rest of that's scrub brush. It comes through the goddamn fields over there.
Rest that scrub brush.
And then it shoots down through the holler, and then it hits
Amplifies by 1,000.
It hits that rip-rap ramp up underneath the cover.
But if it was tethered to the ground all the way around that pool, you wouldn't have no problems.
Well, okay.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
I mean, we really don't know unless we test the theory.
What, are we going to get a bunch of leaf blowers, go out and redo it?
You ain't gonna finally blow. I thought the daggone roof panels were gonna blow off yesterday in here.
It was getting it.
And it's funny that it sounded like it was worse on this side, which is opposite apparently of the way that the Mason or Meteorological Society says the goddamn wind was coming.
I just ain't never felt the wind. I have never felt the temperature get colder when the wind's coming out of the south. You know what I mean?
Well, it probably
Usually when them north winds, nor'easters,
well,
when they come in, you know.
me, I just heard it probably swirled
Hey,
somewhere.
Casey, what's
around Yellow Banks?
What's Brado thinking about?
Leave it our podcast, probably.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, Brother Dave, I just want to let you know that you want an in-ground pool, you get you an in-ground pool.
Okay,
And if that wind was out of the west and messed up your pool, then it was out of the west.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.